Alright fellas, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, we are playing the Falcons this week. Main player being Nick Chubb. But yeah, this guy's a YouTuber, fellas. DJ Gaming. He was in the top 100 early this year, played against TD, and ducked me when I called him out. So we finally get to play him, boys. And I had a point to prove. The only issue about this game is my connection was terrible. I just couldn't connect to him. But you'll see his main weapons here, boys, is Jalen Waddle and Marquise Goodwin. And that's got not Marquise Goodwin, sorry, Marquise Brown. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. 97 speed, 99 speed receivers is going to be absolute hell, along with Nick Chubb. So he's got a good offense. I just need to play my play football, make sure I don't give the ball away, and I'll be all good. But he comes out here, and I didn't manage to make my adjustments in time. So I meant to come out and cover 4, which is my normal adjustment for square. But I came out and covered 2 man, and just blown coverage. So he throws a streak first play, and then I come out here, accidentally audible down, thinking I had like bunch tight end to audible, but accidentally 2 tight ends in there. So I end up coming out and stick, which is just like out single deuce close, and manage to make a play, make a read. So coming out here, we do need to move the ball early. But yeah, as I said, boys, this guy kind of ducked me. I messaged him on my PlayStation earlier this year when he played TD asking for a game, and he didn't play me. So we finally managed to play, and I wanted to get a win. Obviously, I need the momentum going forward, make sure I win every game, but I kind of had a point to prove as well. The connection is really poor though, fellas. You won't be able to really tell here, but just I have so much button delay. Obviously, he's at home, so the connection's on his side. And this is the only real annoying thing about being in England is the connection. So we come here, 3rd and 1, hit him with dig return. Now, square looks like a book there, fellas. But when I pressed the button, he was absolutely butt naked open. I just got unlucky with... I got unlucky basically with the delay. So obviously when you make a read, you press it straight away, but there was a delay. But then he throws a book straight away, fellas, like just threw an absolute book. Lucky he didn't get picked off, and now he's starting to get bagged. So it's 3rd and 10 here. He's trying to make a read. He throws it underneath, and possession catches it. So we've got a 4th down here, 4th and 6, fellas. He throws 2 drag routes, puts a crossing route straight at my deep zone, but he manages to get the aggressive catch. And then he tries to run the ball. And Nick Chubb's just an absolute beast. Just an absolute nightmare to contain. You can tell, boys, the way I'm tackling, I'm struggling with this connection and this button lag, but there's nothing you can do. So I send a little blitz there. Unlucky, he's lucky to get that ball off as well, fellas. So 2nd and 10, he's trying to run the ball, and now we're trying to stop the run a little bit more, make him throw more. So 3rd and 9 here. He's coming out, nothing is open whatsoever. He goes to scramble, but I jump back and nearly get the pick, nearly click on, and bait him into throwing that. So it's a 4th and 4, fellas. I send a blitz. I get nice and adjusty because he gives me a bit of time. He throws an absolute book, and we take it for 6. We take it for 6, fellas. And with this connection, when he's quick snapping and stuff like that, I can't really make my adjustments. When he took his time, tried to take his time over that read, I managed to get my adjustments in. I kind of had an idea what he was doing, so he was always going to get bagged. And he gets the ball back. So he runs the ball here. And luckily, we got a good box shed there. So we get a 2nd and 10. Still have an idea what he's doing. He's looking for these kind of crossing routes. And they keep hitting my curl flats, which is a bit weird because they're on 5 yards, basically. So then he comes out here, throws another book. Luckily, it doesn't get picked off. So it's a 4th and 2 here now, fellas. And he tries to throw it underneath and manages to get it, boys. So I'm putting my clamps on in defense. It's one of my better kind of defensive performances so far, even with this lag. You can't really tell how bad the lag is, fellas, because you can't see it jolting. But it's just a button delay, which is the bit that kills you. So when you're trying to look how slow I am at changing directions and stuff like that. It's a nightmare. But we've still got the clamps on, which is good. And we get ball at half. So we just need one more stop and we'll be absolutely fine. I managed to kind of get a decent little block shed with my user and come back. So we've got a 4th and 9 here, fellas. He's got no time at all, and he manages to laser me down the middle. So it's a good read. Now he's starting to try and move this ball a little bit better. So yeah, he comes out here. I thought I had the tackle, but yeah, that's literally Nick Chubb for you, boys. I hit him once, I hit him twice. I missed the tackle the 3rd time, and he takes it for a touchdown. So it's 14-all, and we're going to try and get a quick touchdown here, fellas, and put the pressure back on. So we hit him with the old reliable one-play touchdown beater. We get tackled, though, fellas, so we got about 25, 30 yards left to go and get a touchdown. So we throw underneath to Alvin Kamara, who is by far my favourite kind of addition to this team, or just my favourite player at the moment. He's really balling out for me. And then we hit a Texas route, playmaker it to the right, laser him for a touchdown, and he's only got 10 seconds left, so he's going to run out of time, and I get the ball back. So 1st and 10 here, boys. Alvin Kamara in the open kind of field. You don't want to have him on the open field. You want to make sure he's kind of contained, and he's having this guy's just struggling on defense. I'll be honest, boys. As I say that, I throw an absolute book. Now, this isn't deliberate. I meant to press R3, fellas. My button kind of slipped, and I accidentally pressed a different button, which is why I did that. And I guess he felt like he was cheated or something like that. But look, like, I'm just dotting my way up the field so easily. Moving this ball nice and easy. Even with this kind of delay, I'm still playing well. Hit a nice little wheel route there, and we're moving this ball well, fellas. So yeah, hit him with a trap, like a trap RPO. Managed to get a touchdown of Alvin Kamara, and now we're back on defense. So we're going to send a little bit of pressure and then mix it in with a bit of full coverage as well. But he does manage to make a really good read there, and he's 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. So he's coming up here. He's trying to make the same read, forgetting I can make adjustment. Should have been a pick there. Terrible read, but what can you do? So it's a 2nd and 10 now, boys. He's absolutely clamped again, throws another book, and it's not picked. So yeah, he's just throwing book central, boys. It's like in the library at the moment. And he gets sat there, didn't have enough time to make his read. So we get a 4th and 10 here, fellas. I get beef lurky on him, boys. I lurked the hell out of him. I knew what he was going to do. Send a bit of pressure, and I knew he'd look for that crossing route straight away. So we bag it, get a pick, and then we're coming out. There's not actually that much time left in the game now. The time's kind of flown by, to be honest, fellas. So yeah, we've got 10 seconds left, and 1st and 10, just chilling, just hitting a little slant route, moving this ball at will, and just trying to make sure we don't do any kind of stupid turnovers. So we hit the Texas right here. Alvin Kamara, try and get a little stop and go. We have tank on Alvin Kamara, so if you try and hit stick him, he's going to break that tackle, and he takes it for a touchdown. So 35-14, boys. Now it's getting blowout territory. That was close to a pick again, but he manages just to make that read, and he's just going to kind of throw underneath. I don't know where my curl flat went, boys. Like, that was literally straight where my curl flat should have been, but nothing you can do about it now. So then he comes out here, everything's clamped, so he gets sacked. And then the 2nd and 21, he's looking for the same plays again. Nothing's open. Luckily, his tight end gets open after he playmakers him, gets the 1st down, but I'm kind of playing bend, don't break defense. I just don't want him getting anything quick, even though it's already kind of GG's. I'm more happy just chilling, letting him bring down this clock. He manages to get a bounce route, or like a bounce back route, if that makes sense, boys. And he's moving this ball. So 3rd and 10 here, we did manage to get a few red zone stops. We send a bit of pressure, lurk him down the middle, and he throws a little out route. So we've got 4th and 4 here, boys. I'm going to send the blitz again. I imagine he's got a crossing route as his first read. He doesn't really have many kind of progressions after that, so I'm trying to cover his 1st and 2nd read. So I send a blitz. He throws it straight down the middle as a crossing route, and it's a pick. So he comes out here, boys, and I was just going to kneel it out. So I went to go in his stream and say GG's, because he was streaming it. So I went to say GG's, and then they were all talking down on me. All the chat was saying I was trash. He kept saying how he didn't think I was good, even though he's getting absolutely blown out. So I thought I'd start stunting on him. I was going to message GG's, kneel it out, but clearly he needed to learn a little lesson. So we're going to stunt our way all the way to another 1st down, and just to show him how easy it is. But boys, you don't understand how bad this button delay was, and I'm still managing to dot him up. Like, that's an absolute laser for a touchdown. He kept saying my defense wasn't very good, but I was clamping him. This is the last play of the game. Nothing really happened. He didn't get any more points. So the game finishes 42-14. And that's a GG's. So he didn't end up kind of playing me after I called him out. It's taken him ages to kind of play me. It's weird how it's ended up in the franchise. But we managed to get the win, boys. But look at Jameis Winston's pass rating. He was saying I didn't have good defense, but he 47% completion rate compared to my 85%. He threw 1 touchdown, I threw 4. Obviously, he probably should have had that pick early on, but it's only because of the button delay. If you actually look when I would have pressed it, it was wide open. But that's a GG's, fellas. We're making a really good run for the playoffs, boys. And it's looking really good for the year. So make sure we keep this form going, and we'll be absolutely fine. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.